All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Sunday morning Bitcoin emergency update. We are dumping. How could we have foreseen this coming? I mean, who would have thought we would dump through these 1 hour volume gaps that we've done every single time when we hit them? This is the 1 hour chart. Look at that. Fast move, fast move, fast move, fast move, fast move, and once again, fast move through it in a matter of minutes every single time. Guys, if you are new to the channel, click on over, subscribe to the channel, join our Discord, our free Discord. We have the VIP Discord where we give all the trade setups in advance, and I'll walk you through how I manage them. Also, we have several brand new indicators that we have created and customized to simplify things. So many indicators are so complicated. We have customized and simplified them, and we offer them to our Discord members, our channel subscribers, and Discord members only. So be sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and you join our Discord. The links are below in the description. Once you do that, you will have access to our Discord, and right here under community stuff, indicators. And you can follow the links for each of these and apply them to your chart. And we're going to walk through some of them today as we take a look at the Bitcoin price action to try to figure out if it's over. Are we going to zero or are we going to 200K tomorrow? How's everyone doing this morning? John, morning, Jack, morning, dump time. It is dump all the time. How might you have known this and got in this short trade? You know, you could be in the VIP Discord, and we told you this morning. I came on here this morning, 6 o'clock this morning. Bitcoin looks like it wants to come down. Money flow headed down on almost every time frame. If we lose 89K, we will fall through the volume gap for a fast move down again. Okay, so I told you this morning this was happening. I did say hopefully it was the weekend fake out to the downside. We did get the 15-minute vector candle leaving the weekend range. I'll show you that here. Every weekend, he drops to the 15. Every weekend, most every weekend has a range. This was our weekend range. In case you don't believe me, let's glance back at a couple more real quick. We won't go through them all. We'll just glance. See, weekend range, just kind of sideways chop. These are the blue boxes. Sideways chop. Here's one a little more spread out, but still sideways chop. Sideways, this is not even right. This was your weekend range right in there. Okay. Glance back at one more. Here you go. Sideways chop. And what typically happens, guys, is on Sunday, you can see, follow me down to the bottom. See it on Sunday morning, as a matter of fact, you got the fake out. You got the fake out, out of this range right here. Fake outs, market maker induced you to go long only to reverse and come down. This happens almost every single weekend, guys. And that is absolutely what we're hoping for this weekend, because we don't want to go to zero. We don't want to go to zero. Here, it was a very small move. You can see here, right here on Sunday, boom, faked out to the downside. All he really has to do, all he's really looking to do is come grab this liquidity below the weekend low. Grab this liquidity, induce you to short because you think, oh, we're breaking the low. We're going down to this next low way down here, and then he reverses it on you. So not only does he take this liquidity, he gets whatever liquidity you just put it in the market by shorting. So that's the usual MO for the weekend moves almost every single time. Not every time, but almost every single time. Let's see where we is. Coming back to it. Same thing here, guys. I think this was last weekend. Sideways chop, left the range. Guess when? On Sunday morning. Chopped around up here, fell right back through it. So almost every time. I would say probably 8 times out of 10, that's what happens. And so, looking at this weekend, what do you know? We chop. Where are we at? Sunday. Don't pay attention to this blue line right here. We're talking about the blue box. This is another blue line. It's a value area high dating back somewhere else. I can show you. Yeah, so coming into Sunday morning, fell out of the range, So hopefully, I just missed it. I was talking to you guys. We came into the golden pocket. That was our area of interest. This could be our bounce zone. But hopefully we chop, and then move it back to the upside. That's what we're hoping for here, guys. Personally, I'm looking for a little bit lower. We may not get it. I'll be honest. I hope we don't get it, okay? I don't want to go down any lower, because if we go lower, we start flirting with dangerous territory, okay, guys? But let's take a look down below. I have the green box right inside this golden pocket. We did just come into the golden pocket and bounce, but that's not my area of interest. I wanted a little deeper into the golden pocket because we have this daily naked point of control, this weekly naked point of control that I think can get taken out. Below that, we also have another daily naked and the 786, which I'm hoping we don't go visit, because you can see this line, this white line, daily naked point of control. That's good support. But what happens when we lose this line, guys? Fast move. What happens when we're coming back up to a fast move? So it's another one of those low volume areas, kind of like these big circles I have on the chart. If they grab that liquidity, I'll be liquidated. Don't get liquidated. Morning, Hawkborn. Don't get liquidated. What was I saying? Oh, so we want to hold this. I do not. This is the last line of defense here, guys. 86K. This is it. We've got to hold this. If not, we're coming for this this bottom tip right here, most likely. There's all this liquidity spike. Point of control down here, 84K, 83.7, somewhere in there. We're coming for that. We do not want to lose 86K. I'd be perfectly fine bouncing right here, but I do think we probably come down to this 86.5, 86.6, 87 right in here, this green box. This is my area of interest for a long trade. So if we miss it here, if this is it and we go straight up from here, I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool if we go straight up from here. So we'll just kind of see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's look at some indicators, guys. We got a couple of new indicators here. I put out a video on this. Go to the channel right now, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, free or VIP. You'll get access to the indicators. But I put out a video this morning, just a few minutes ago. The best trading indicator, simplified and free, right here. This is the video, okay? Go check it out, get that free indicator. And you see at the bottom of my chart, we got the waves. This may look familiar to some of you trading guys, but it is not the same. It is very similar to another popular indicator, but I took it and I modified it and I simplified it, okay? Let me kind of show you the difference really quick, and then we'll explain it, okay? Let me make it a little bigger so you can see. It's pretty simplified compared to the more popular one. And here we go. Look at the difference, guys. Look at the difference, okay? Not that this isn't effective, but look how busy it is, and that's great. It is very effective. I'm not knocking it. It's great. I mean, I've built my trading career on this indicator. Lots of people use it. It's just really busy, and for the newer or intermediate trader, this may be too much. So we're just chopping all these lines, all these crossovers, these waves, these dots. I cut out the noise and I just gave you the signal. So you don't have to interpret each and every one of these lines. You just go by the signals and 3 checkpoints, okay? Now you can use this on any time frame, but in my opinion, not even in my opinion, it's pretty factual. The higher time frames tend to be a little more accurate, and they tend to have the bigger moves. So what I want to look for, let's go to like the daily. I'm just going to give you a quick example. And again, you can get this free. Subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. The link is there in the indicators tab. Okay, so what I want to look for if we're going to move up, and this doesn't necessarily mean, 100% moves up. If we catch 5, 6, 10% move, that's phenomenal, especially with a little leverage added onto that. But kind of what we want to look for here, guys. All right, here's a good example right here. Let me turn these weekend ranges off, clean it up just a tad. All right, so let's take a look at this example right here. Okay, guys, this green dot, and this works for green dots, red dots. So that is this move right here, right here. Okay, so we got the green dot. Now, green dot does not mean enter a trade, okay? What that signals to me is, hey, we've got some stuff going to the upside. we should probably take a look, okay? And so what we want to then do is find some confluence with 3 metrics, okay? First thing I'm going to look at, I got the green dot, so I'm thinking long. I'm on the daily, I'm thinking long. Matter of fact, I don't typically use this for my longer day trades on anything less than the 4 hour. I will drop down to some 1 minute, 3 minute, 6 minute, things like that when I'm looking for entries or if I'm scalping. But for a more beginnerish to intermediate trader, 4 hour and up is sufficient. You'll get big enough moves here that you don't have to worry about dealing with the chop of the market as much. It's not saying this is 100%, but this is how you do it. Okay, so I got the green dot, so I'm thinking long, okay? What am I going to look for? The number one thing is money flow. Money flow is king. It trumps everything else. That determines the direction of the market. The rest of the metrics are ebb and flow, okay? So even on big moves to the upside, you can still have some chop to the down as you're trending up, okay? That's the ebb and flow. Money flow dictates the market. So right here you see coming into this, I'll make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Coming into this, we've got money flow coming down, 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 down. So when these green dots are hitting, I would not have taken this trade because money flow is still coming out, which means like with this green dot, you got a little bit of a pump and then a roll back over, okay? Money flow is still coming down. So that's a no trade for me. I do not just automatically enter on a green dot. So we're on the daily, guys. I would probably start this on the 4 hour, but to simplify it, this example is on the daily. Got the green dot. So what I'm going to look for first is money flow. Okay, money flow was coming down, but at the time we got the green dot, it had started to round, okay, which could be a bottoming of money flow, meaning we could be coming back to the upside. So I'm okay. I might enter the trade here. Money flow is curving back. It's not extreme to the upside, but it's curving back. It's starting the move, right? Okay, even better if it's already on the move, but it's not. It's starting the move, so we might can catch the bottom here. Okay, metric number 2 I'm going to look for is momentum wave, okay? See how this momentum wave here, when you get this green dot, this momentum wave here is coming to the downside. Boom, momentum wave's headed down. But when you got this green dot, you're peaking, you're clipping. It's called clipping. You're clipping right here. Let me show you. You're clipping as in this white little part is turning to blue. That means you're clipping. You're about to start headed back to the upside. Maybe a big move to the upside. Maybe a small one and roll over. We don't know yet. Pretend this is not here yet. Matter of fact, let me do that for you. All right, so the time we got this green dot, that is not there. But you can see, as soon as we get the green dot, let me try to move it forward one more frame. Boom. All right, it's time we got one more frame. We just got the green dot, and we zoom in, and we've clipped. You see, we've clipped. Boom, that thing is pinched off. It's clipped off right there, okay? So that lets me know we probably, if we head back to the upside, you can see the little curvature to the upside here, okay? So we've got money flow just curved. Boom. Possible bottoming. We got momentum curving and VWAP on the daily. That's the third metric. VWAP has turned to the upside. So all 3 of my boxes are checked. We got money flow curving to the upside, check. Momentum wave curving to the upside, check. Stochastic, I think I said RSI. It's stochastic RSI, actually. Stochastic headed to the upside. So all 3 are checked with the green dot. So I would enter a long here. There are some other things I would probably go into more in detail, but if I was a beginner or intermediate trader, this is what I would do, okay? I would enter along here, and then I would watch it, okay? So let's move forward just a little bit. We're watching it. Okay, next bar. Got a big move up. Great. Big move up. That's perfect. So now what I want to do with this big move up is, well, first of all, I'm going to keep looking at things, and it looks like stochastic still headed up. Momentum still headed up. Money flow, not really sure. Money flow didn't just get that aggressive push up. So what I'm going to do here to guarantee a winning trade, or at least not a losing trade, I'm going to put stop loss at entry right there, okay? I'm going to put stop loss at entry just in case it comes back because money flow is not headed up yet. It's still kind of sideways. Let's go forward one more bar. Boom. Okay, got another little move up. Did not get stopped out. Money flow still sideways. Stochastic headed up. Momentum still headed up. So I'm just going to watch it. I might move my stop loss a little into profit now. I'm a little more confident in the trade. And I've been at it for 2 days now, and I don't want to walk away with nothing. So I'm going to move my stop loss up here. Let's go one more bar and see. Boom. All right. There you go. I did not get stopped out. It tried to stop me out. It didn't quite stop me out. I would have moved it to the bottom of this blue candle line close. It didn't quite come down that far. You can see, did not quite come down there. So I'm in the profit now, guaranteed in profit, and I got what I wanted to see. Momentum is still headed up. Stochastic still headed up. Now money flow is headed up. So I'm going to leave my stop loss like it is, and I'm going to let this thing ride, okay? This tells me I've got a good entry. I don't have to worry about it anymore, and let's see what happens. Boom, higher, dancing around, still moving up. Everything's still coming up. Now you get what you really, really, really want to see. Money flow crossover into the green. Momentum still coming up. Stochastic still coming up. Money flow into the green. Swag it out a little more. Boom, big move up, bigger move up, bigger move up. Boom, starting to top out here, got the red dot. Okay, so this is probably where I would take some profit. I would shave a little off the top here, okay? We didn't quite come take this peak, which is what I wanted to see, but we got the red dot. Everything's getting a little bit overextended here. We do have some bullish, or bearish divergence, excuse me. We've got, right here you can see it, we've got lower highs and price action while having higher lows, or higher highs, excuse me, I'm moving away. A little bit of divergence, so I would take some profit right here. And from entry to TP, let's say I took it right here at the closing of this candle, that's a 6.5% move with a little bit of leverage. You've made some really nice profit, okay? This is a great indicator. It's not all jumbled and cluttered like that other one that you know I'm talking about, which I love and I'm not knocking, okay? That's for more experienced traders. To me, and you can toggle some settings on that other one. It's great. This one you can toggle settings on too. The Wave Cipher B that I created, you can toggle settings, but you don't have to. It comes ready to go just like this. Let's see what happened on the rest of this trade. You still got money flow thick into the green, but things are starting to look toppy on momentum waves and on stochastic, but you still have money flow thick into the green. We never took this peak here or this peak here. Let's see what happens. Now we took this peak right here, so grab that liquidity. Money flow starting to come to the downside. Everything coming to the downside now. Okay, this would have been a good short entry. Did you see that? Okay, you came up and hit your target. Your target was this top right here, grabbing this liquidity. You came up and grabbed it right here. What happened right after that? You got the red dot. Now this is what we're looking for, is change of market structure, a change in momentum. You got the red dot, got the move down on stochastic, got the move down in momentum, and money flows headed down. This is a good short entry. Okay, I made this indicator super simple, guys. Anybody can use it. Write down those 3 metrics you're looking for when you get the dots. Again, this is on the daily time frame, and it played out beautifully, okay? So you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord, free or VIP. Once you do both of those 2 things, join the channel, join the Discord, you get free access to this indicator and more under the indicators channel in my free Discord. All right, guys. Hope that makes sense. I know I kind of rambled on about that a little bit, but it's so important. Like this, if you told me, Anthony Lee, you can only have 1 indicator to trade with, and that's all you can have, I'd say give me Wave Cipher B. Hands down, period. All right, let's see. Thanos will be liquidated. Oh, we can't have liquidations. No, sir. Look for this trade. If we do come down out of that green box, it could be a good long. Matter of fact, for those of you, I don't necessarily recommend this, but you can. So let's say you got in a trade at 90K, okay? Let's just say you longed at 90K and it went against you and you didn't put a stop loss, okay? Now you're in danger of getting liquidated. You know, you can always cut the trade and cut and run. Or if you came down, let's say you came down to 85K, let's just say, making up numbers, and you thought we're going to get the big bounce from there, you could add to your position there. So you could add to the long, and that would then put your liquidation point even further down, depending on how much you added to it. So, you know, I've done that many times. A lot of times it's a mistake. It just depends on the circumstance, but certainly an option. Cat wasn't expecting a Sunday live morning. Yeah, I was kind of torn if I was going to do a live today or not. And it started dumping, and I was chatting with the VIP Discord, and just thought I would come in here and kind of show you, because a lot of people are going to be panicking this morning. But this is nothing more than what happened here, and even further back if you scrolled all the way back. This is just a move through the volume gap. We had this lined out for our VIP Discord members, looking for this box. Came down into it. Actually kind of front ran our box, but didn't come down to the golden pocket. But we were expecting this morning. Cat favorited it. Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it's super simple. It's super simple. The key is, guys, and I used to do this. I used to just long or short on green or red dots. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't care what time frame you're on. I don't care what time frame you're on. Run through the 3 checks. Money flow, momentum waves, stochastic. If they're all pointed in the same direction that your dot corresponds to, red to the downside, green to the upside, if they're all 3, then you're probably in a good trade as long as you're on a high enough time frame. Like, that may not matter on the 1 minute. You could be all 3 heading in the right direction on the 1 minute with a green dot, and 2 minutes later you're flipped back over red. It's just so fast. But 4 hour and up, you're pretty good. Just know your stop loss areas, because nothing is 100%. Even if you have all 3 of these and your dot, it still could roll over on you. So know your stop losses. And I give you those in the VIP Discord if you're not sure how to find them. We'll put out some videos on that stuff too, but we've got all of that in the VIP Discord. You can join below or go to AnthonyLeeCrypto.com. We offer mentorship programs. I actually get on with folks every single day, one-on-one, and I walk them through how, if I were to approach a chart, just like a personal trainer at the gym, I tell them exactly what I would do when I sit down. I show them, this is what I would do when I sit down at a chart. This is how I look for my trades. This is where I would enter. This is where I would exit. This is my stop loss. And I answer your questions. We do it live on Zoom every single day, 1 hour sessions. So go book some sessions there and join the VIP Discord and book sessions. They're not expensive. You should, depending on how much you're leverage trading with, make way more than that on your first successful trade. So more than pays for itself, and you can never get rid of the knowledge. You've always got it from that point forward. So, John, you took some of my mentorship programs. John, how was that? How did it do for you? I never did ask. I mean, I know you've been trading. I've been seeing some of your wins. You post some of those. That's great. But do you feel like the mentorship helped you out? Let us know. There's probably some folks in there considering it. And be honest. Don't just say what you think I want to hear. If you don't feel like it was worth it, tell them. And that will let me know how to improve it. All right, let's take a look. I got a new indicator today, guys. I haven't even unveiled it to the Discord yet. I just finished it up. I just published it today. You can't get it. It's private. It will be added to the indicator suite. I'm just going to use it for another day or two before I put it out there. I want to make sure it's battle tested. John may not still be with us here. Oh, there he is. John says, yeah, it was super helpful. Help me refine a few of the skills a bit better and think differently about my trades. It was really nice getting the feedback. Good. I know your trades have been super successful since then. Let's take a look at this new indicator. See this channel? All right, here's another. So back to the Wave Cipher B. We gave you the 3 check marks, right? Money flow, number 1, momentum, stochastic, coinciding with the dot, right? But here's another one, guys. I created this. I just published it today. I'll be putting it out for you free in the Discord. But this is a wave channel. It's a trend wave channel. We call it Pathfinder. You can see it right here on the left, right there, Pathfinder. Okay, you can't search for this yet, though. So Pathfinder is a trend. I'm on the daily time frame here. Let me clean this up a little bit. I'm on the daily time frame here with Pathfinder, and we'll kind of see how it coincides with Wave Cipher B. All right, let's look here. So, yes, pretty good one. So we're here on Wave Cipher B, right? Looking at the bottom, we've got our momentum waves here. We got some choppy action here. Then we kind of move up, right? You get the green dot, all looks good. This was a good long here. Check it out, it's a good long. You get the green dot, momentum's coming up, money flow's coming up, stochastic's coming up. This is a good long entry right here. You long it up to the top. By the time you get the dot, you get your 3 checks right there on the dot. You long it up from top to bottom, 15% trade. Freaking amazing. But wave trend gives you kind of targets to extend. Now, you can overextend from these targets or you can not hit them. But it does give you targets, extreme targets to the upside and downside. And it's another area of confluence. So When you're in it, when this trade hit, you're in the red on the daily time frame. You're in the red on WaveCypher, which means bearish. But you get in the trade because, on Pathfinder. When you get in the trade on Wavefinder down here, you know it's good. Everything is looking good. And as soon as you hit this line right here, this line of resistance where you're thinking, gosh, I might want to get out here. I don't know. It's like some resistance. It flips to green. And now it lets you know you're green lighted. Now you've got an extra area of confluence that lets you know you're so you flip to green at this line. It lets you know you're probably coming up at least to this high. And sure enough, you came right up to the high, the line at the top of the Pathfinder where you hit your red dot. Okay, now when you hit this red dot, you did so with bearish divergence. You see it's marked out here on the WaveCypher B. Bearish divergence, get the red line connecting. You got the red dot. Okay, so what do we look for on the red dot? What do we look for? Okay, here we go. You got the red dot. What's happening? Stochastic is coming down. Momentum is coming down. Stochastic is coming down. Momentum's coming down. And right here you can see kind of, make sure it's looking at the right one. You got money flow starting to come down. See it curve down? There's the dot. That's where it started to curve to the downside, okay? But it's still in the green, so I'm still a little worried here about it. Not coming all the way down into the red. However, with it headed to the downside, stochastic headed to the downside, momentum headed to the downside, the next candle, Pathfinder switched red. That gave me the confidence that I needed to stay in this trade. I would have entered here because 2 out of my 3 checks were in place. Okay, money flow wasn't quite. It was flattening out here, just flattening out while the other 2 headed down. 2 out of 3. I'm going to enter and I'm going to watch it. A couple bars go by, boom. Pathfinder switches to red and momentum curves to the downside. We're able to ride this down. We keep riding down because Pathfinder stays in red, so that lets us know we're still bearish. Okay. While money flow is still coming out and eventually crosses into the red for the big, huge dumpola down to the downside, okay? And I would not have played these green dots right here because, number one, money flow is coming out, but number two, at one of these green dots right here, you actually have stochastic still coming to the downside. So you got money flow coming down, stochastic coming down while you get the green dot. The only thing coming up is momentum, okay? Got a little momentum coming up, so could have rode that, and you did get just a little bit of a pump here, but then boom, massive move back to the downside because money flow's coming out, stochastic's coming out. I would not have played this. Pathfinder is still in the red. I would not have taken this trade. Stick with the trend, and this helps you identify that. Hope that helps. It's a great new indicator, guys. Still playing with it a little. I'll unveil it tomorrow or Tuesday to the Discord. Let's see. John says, really happy I did it with you. Probably going to practice a bit with the things we discussed and then book a few more sessions with you soon. Yeah, come back. Man, this mentorship program has really taken off, guys. If you want to book, go ahead and book a few sessions. You can get 3 or 6 sessions with me. They're about an hour a piece, and you can ask me whatever you want to do. I'll literally walk you through it. Take notes. We record it so you can have it later to play back. It's your own personalized trading sessions. So book those today. I'm filling up, guys. I am filling up. Salt chain. How much do you rely on the WaveCypher indicator for support and resistance? Do you look more towards one or the other? I use both. This is really for super beginner to intermediate folks. More advanced folks would use some support and resistance. But when you start adding in more things, it can be more effective, but it can also be more complicated. I use it all. And I'm not bragging and saying that like I'm super great. I just happen to use it all. I've been doing it for so long. So let's see what we got here. Let's go look at our current price action and let's see if we can predict it. Okay. Even though we did this morning in the VIP Discord, we predicted what's going to happen. But let's go see if we can do it here on stream. Nice little bounce here, by the way. But this is nothing, guys. We've got to get back. I'll show it to you. We've got to get back. Oh, I hit it. Coming back into the weekend range, we rejected from it. And you can see a clear line of support and resistance right here at the bottom of this weekend range. You can see it right there. Clear. Even one is slightly above that. See this one right here? Boom. That is a Value area high. Let me show you that real quick so you know why it's on there. It's value area high, and we've got to get above that. See this range way back in February, from February to late April? This was our range. That's our value area high. We got to get above that, guys. If we don't get above it, we're stuck in this range. See this range here? We're stuck in this range right here. Price action, you can see the gray dotted line. It's hard to see, but it's right here at it right now. We've got to get back above that, guys. So this good little bounce we've got on this move this morning is nothing to write home about yet. I still think we can come a little lower. But I'm getting off track here. Let me show. Saltchain asked about support and resistance levels as compared to Market Cipher, or not Market Cipher, excuse me, Wave Cipher B. Sorry, slip of the tongue. Let's take a look. Let's go to, like, say, the 4 hour. I know this chart is very, very busy, but you asked what I do, and this is my chart. I know it's very busy for most. So, first of all, we're in a red dot right now, which we got the big move down. We're bouncing. We got the big move down. This was an easy short. I gave it to you in the Discord this morning. What do we have? We had red dot right here. I gave it to you this morning. Red dot right here. Money flow coming down. Stochastic coming down. Momentum wave just curved it down. So an easy short in a volume gap while losing a support / resistance level. You lost the level. You got the big volume gap. That's happened all these times with your 3 check marks and a red dot. This was an easy short, guys. This was easy, given to you. So what I would look, let me give you an example from the past so we can show how I would use all of them for you guys in my Discord. All right, so on this one right here, we gave this level, right? Okay, I'm on the 4 hour time frame. We gave this level right here. This red box, this is one of my short boxes. First of all, we had the box here that we had given in advance. This was our long box. We looked for a long. We got that. Okay, I can walk you through that. But let's go through this one right here. All this has been on the chart. This is back in November. All this has been on the chart for a long time, guys. At least before the start of this. So early November. These are the areas we were looking for. But look, let's see what happened with the support and resistance level as we came up into it, and we outlined it for the VIP Discord. Pay attention, guys. So you're moving up. You're wondering when to take a short, right? First of all, we came to this volume level right here, so easy to call that quick move up right there, right? But how do you know when to short? Well, you got the value area high. This is me using everything and not just the indicators. I'm using support and resistance. You got the value area high that I just showed you right here, dating all the way back to almost a year ago, right? You come up into it. Let's use our indicators now. So I had this marked out for several reasons. Vector recovery, value area high, several other things that I give you in Discord. But look, we come up to it. We get a red dot. Okay? Red dot at resistance, at very, very high. We get a red dot on the 4 hour. Okay? But that does not mean enter the trade. That means pull out your three lists. Boom. You get 3 lists, little checks. 3 checks. Okay? Got the red dot. What are my 3 checks? First of all, we added another check. We're at very high, but that's not one of them based upon just the indicator. Here's my 3 checks. So we got the red dot, okay? Momentum. What's momentum doing? Blue wave headed down. Boom. Check 1. What is stochastic doing? Wide line. Stochastic's headed down. Boom. Check 2. What is money flow, the most important, doing? Money flow headed down. Boom. Check 3. You got all 3 checks with your red dot at a resistance level. Easy, easy, easy short, guys. All day long. Easy short. So we take the short at the red dot, and we got 2.5% out of that. Doesn't sound like much, but you add your 10, 15, 20x leverage. I'm not telling you what to put, whatever you're comfortable with, but you add your 10x leverage on that, you got a good move. So calculator on it for those of you that aren't sure how that works. Let's say you've got, let's say you got a $5,000 trading account, okay? And you may not, you may have a lot more, a lot less. You had 10x leverage on it, okay? Your margin is going to be $50,000, okay? $50,000, that's your margin. You got 5,000 up, 10x leverage. You made 2.5%, or 2.5% move. you made $1,250. Simple. In, see, 1, 2, 3. 12 hours. 3 4-hour candles. You made $1,250. That's $100 an hour. Simple. For doing nothing. Doing nothing. And if you didn't want to do all that, just join the VIP Discord and I give it to you in advance. It doesn't mean I'm not a financial advisor. It doesn't mean follow me blindly. But I will give you the setups, and when the setups appear, run through your checklist and see if I'm right or wrong. Okay, guys, hope that helps. Super simplified, but I use them all. I like to see these dots and these checklists appear at an area of support or resistance. Same thing here, guys. This big long, see the green box? Boom. We gave this green box in advance in the VIP Discord. I could show you all these. We took this long. Same thing here. Wait, and let's go look at, in a second, let's look at another indicator. Brand new. So we got the green dot, right? What do we have on the green dots? Stochastics headed up. Money flows headed up. Momentum's headed up. Everything's headed up at the green dot with our, this is a red line as a point of control. Same point of control, the same value area range we just looked at. That's about a year old. Point of control, so area of support with the green dot and our 3 checklist. Boom, big move to the upside on the 4-hour. We entered the trade on the green dot right there. Okay, you didn't catch the tippy-toppy bottom there. Okay, that's fine. You could try to do that. That's catching a falling knife. You could fall right through. We didn't do that. We waited for confirmation, entered the trade. Even if you just came back up to the value area high, okay, you're still looking at a 10% trade there. You actually came above to about 11%, but if you just came to the value area high and targeted that, got out of the red dot, 10%. 10%. And what is that? What is 10%, guys? What is 10% on that same $5,000 account with that same 10x leverage? 5 grand. You made 5 grand on that one little move. One in 8 bars, 8 times 4. What is that? 32 hours. So a day. You made 5 grand in a day. 5 grand. One day. One trade. Don't jump in and out of trade, guys. Trade the 4-hour and up. Use WaveCypher B. Let's actually see. I've not looked at this. Let's see what this would look like on the 4-hour on our new indicator. I've not looked at this, so this will be interesting for me also. We got our new Pathfinder. I just want to see what Pathfinder said. Here's the trade right here. Perfect, guys. Got the green dot. What happened on that green dot? Pathfinder switched to green. Let you know you're in a good trade. Perfect. Just another box to check. Pathfinder. I'm going to unveil this to you guys probably tomorrow, Tuesday at the latest. Just another check in the box of confluence or mental security or whatever you want to call it, guys. So these are good new indicators. I'm not creating crap. The things that I create, guys, I'm telling you, are things that I've wanted, things that I've used, things that that I've thought, God, my trading could be so much better if I had this. Things like that. You know, especially as a beginner, before I started learning all this other stuff. So I'm not just giving you willy-nilly stuff just to put junk out there. This is stuff that I will actually use myself because I've customized it to how I like to trade. Helps a lot. You're welcome. What else, guys? Anybody want to take a look at anything else? Bitcoin's kind of, clear this up a little bit. Bitcoin's just kind of trying to figure it out. Let's see what we look like real quick on the lower time frames. We're still in this 1-hour volume gap area. So, I mean, it would be nothing to fall right back through it or pump right back up through it. We did come up to that resistance. It got rejected. That's not good, but we're still fighting it. Yeah, John, FOMC is a day. I'll be honest, guys, and I told my Discord this morning, I don't necessarily expect a lot of price action before FOMC. Typically, you have big news events like that, and don't get it confused, that is the biggest. The market's a little fearful. It's uncertain. I think it's an 86% chance that we can get a 25-point basis rate cut, but to my knowledge, that's never been wrong, but it's not 100%. Usually it's up 96, 97, 98%. So some people are still not priced in, so I think if we get the cut, we could have a big move up. But until then, people kind of tend to sit on their hands, and then you're going to get the move one way or the other, just depending on the news. And speaking of which, we will go live Wednesday, FOMC, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will go live. The most important thing, you'll get the report right at 2, but 30 minutes later, Jerome Powell will do a press conference, and he'll come out hawkish or dovish, and that tends to move the market more than the actual report itself. Unless the report is wrong, then you're going to have a massive move. Unless the prediction of the report is wrong, you'll have a massive move. But we will stay live for all of that, guys. Stupid traders in the market this week. Yeah, most experienced traders will make some little plays here and there, but they expect big volatility on Wednesday, so a lot of people stay out of the way of that. I tend to stay out of the way. What tends to happen on FOMC day, big news like that, you chop up into it, and then the day of, you have a bunch of longers and shorters, and they'll go boom, 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 and they'll get both. Both sides will get liquidated, and then they'll go whichever direction they wanted to go to begin with. But they'll go and grab all that crazy, foolish, trying to beat the market, longing, and they usually grab both sides, and it happens quick. So for a few hours after that press conference, it can be pretty hectic. I tend to avoid those. I used to trade them. Made a lot of money on them. Got wrecked a lot on them. I was one of those. He could come out with those bullish news and instantly, boom, you're jumping up $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in 3 minutes. And then 1 minute later, whoom, they wipe you all out. So, and then they go back to the upside, the direction they wanted to go to begin with. But they're not going to let you take all that money to the upside with them. Not on a volatility news report day like that. What else, guys? Anybody want to see anything else? Let's look at these lower time frames as we kind of bounce-ish here, trying to bang our head and get back in this range. I really hope we do, but I'm telling you guys, I mean, we're on Bybit. We did come into this. Let's look at Femex. Did we come into the GP on Femex? Probably need to check the Coinbase too. Yeah, we came into that. I think I got Coinbase on here. Please tell me we came into it on here. Yeah, we wicked into that. So technically we did fulfill what we were looking for, which is hitting the golden pocket. We just front ran the daily and weekly naked point of controls down here, which I don't like. I'm totally cool with it. I would rather not come back and get them. But, I mean, we did have some good bullish divergence here, guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we're on the 3 hour here. We got higher lows and momentum, lower lows and price action. So we got some divergence. We can pull up out of here, guys. This is a bounceable area. We just have to get back above this. And I tell you what, guys, I will call it now, and I could be wrong, but if we can get back here, and I know it's a long ways away, above 93.5, 94,000, right up in here, above 94,000, guys. Next stop is 98K. I know that's $6,000 away. I know there's a lot of chop in here, guys. Look at this. Look how much chop it is. These are straight lines down, straight line, but this chop. So there's a lot of work to get through here, guys. If we can get right here above 90K, we could quick move up here to 92 though, okay? So 90K is our next stop, 92 after that, and then we got a battle for 94. I know it's a long road, guys, but we will, one way or the other this week, I guarantee you 99.9% certainty, we will either break 94K to the upside, or we will break 84K to the downside. One of the two. Yeah, I just went on Coinbase. I just looked at 3 or 4 different charts to make sure the golden pocket, because sometimes you'll hit a golden pocket or a zone or a naked point of control, whatever, very high. Sometimes you'll hit that on one exchange but not the other. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure it got hit on all exchanges. And the 3 or 4 that I looked at did get hit. That doesn't mean you can't come down lower. In fact, I expect lower. But if we front ran it, I could almost guarantee you we would come down into it, but we did hit it. All right, guys, it's been a good stream, so that's what we can expect. The good news is the trend, not the overall trend. The overall trend, let's not get it confused, is down. But the weekend trend, it's almost always, not always, but almost always, take the weekend low on Sunday. Not necessarily the weekend low. It's a fake out. Taking the weekend high or the low on Sunday, only to reverse by Monday and go the opposite direction. So if that weekend trend holds, we just took the lows to the downside on Sunday, so we can hopefully look for a reversal headed into Monday, headed into FOMC. If that trend holds, it's really a coin flip right now. But let me see. No green dots there. Let's look down on the 15-minute. Okay, let's look at wave cipher be on the 15-minute here. The problem, guys, I would actually like our chances for a bounce here, and we still might, but we got this value area high right here at 89.2-ish. Right here, really this whole weekend range, all the way up to 90K. We've got to get above. If we get above this, I think we're good, okay? So we need to be rooting to get above 90K-ish right in here. These highs, 90, 90.5. We get above there, we're good. Okay? A lot of chop, a lot of resistance. We need just something to shoot us right through. 15-minute time frame. Okay, we got a green dot. Let's look at this. We got a green dot. This would have told you we had a good trade, even though I don't like trading this low of time frame. I do, but for beginners, you shouldn't probably. Got a green dot. Money flows headed up. Stochastics headed up. Momentum's headed up. This would have been a good trade right here, okay? You get the trade. 1% move there. The problem is with 15-minute time frames, that can be all you get. Whereas a 4-hour daily, you're looking at your 5, 10s and plus % moves a lot of times. So you got to be a little more quick. You got to watch for sudden changes on these lower time frames. So guys, hopefully this was a weekend fake outs like usual. Okay, that's good news. That's good news. Chart doesn't look great, but some of these lower term time frames, 15 minutes, 6-minute, momentum coming up, money flow coming up. Some of these things are starting to turn around on the lower time frames. Lower bleeds into higher, so it has to start on lower. Okay? So things are starting to turn around on lower time frames. We just need to clear some of this resistance. If we can do that, by that time, our 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, that stuff should be bleeding over to curving back around to the upside also. And hopefully we can get some movement out of here. But don't be surprised if we come down to this 86K, 86.5K area and take out some of these daily, weekly naked point and controls, guys, okay? If we do that, my Discord and I will be looking for a long, and I will let you know in the Discord if we do take these trades. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be live 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the U.S. Market Open.